So, there we go. That's the last door frame, and then that little wall icon goes away. And our little kitchen here is complete for the time being. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Autonauts with me, Spacefish. And welcome back to our beautiful little base. In the last episode, we've been working a lot on getting our new kitchen ready, because, well, you know, we automated away a lot at all our fields and getting cereal harvested and cotton and everything else, but most of these products still very much go unused, so, of course, we're very much looking to change that. Now, while all these tools have pretty much been laid out at this point in time, what we're mainly still waiting for is to get these walls done right here, and, well, for that purpose, unfortunately, we are currently still lacking resources a little bit, even though having doubled up on that, or even, well, quadrupled up on that production right here a lot in the last episode. But that kind of means, I suppose, that we'll sort of have to wait for things. That is, in fact, unless this bot just runs out in the middle of nowhere, and including that one, and we don't actually have anyone ferrying things over for us, causing a little bit of an issue. So, well, you know, that little issue aside and fixed, these walls will still have to be constructed, and that will take a minute. In the meanwhile, though, we do very much still have something on the to-do list, namely being that we will first and foremost go and get some clay pots going for cooking. We do already have a little bit of a clay harvesting set up down here, and we do have a little bot bringing all that clay all the way to up here. So basically the task will only be to get a little production line going, get a bot set to get working on it, and then bring all the stuff up to that kitchen. So that'll be the task for today, and then we'll kind of just see how well things are going with these walls and these ginormous towers full of tree seeds, and then we'll get going from there. So, before we get going on that, if you're new around here, if you do happen to enjoy this very episode, please make sure to go ahead and smash that subscribe button right down below. That would really mean the absolute world. We're a small channel looking to grow, and every single person always helps out a ton with that. With all that out of the way, though, let's go ahead and have a little look at what we actually need in order to make clay pots. I have to say, I am not even all too sure, if I'm being quite honest with you. So, that'll be an interesting thing to find out. Let's go and have a look here at our documentation on the blueprint. So, I would like clay pots. Oh, which ones, in fact? I guess the non-raw ones, right? But I suppose we need to actually put them in the kiln to, you know, bake away at them so they're not raw anymore. There seems to be... Do we have that? I mean, it seems to be a thing. Okay, so there is a crude clay station, then we need a kiln. Which I think a kiln... Do we not have that flying around somewhere yet? Let's just double check on the recipes, though. I am... Well, in fact, can we even... I don't even think we can. So let's check on the recipes right here, maybe. Maybe it's like porridge, I think, that we wanted to make, right? Yes, and that is what we need the bowl for. Now down here, yeah, so we need an actual clay pot. Okay, so it's one more production step than I had thought. But otherwise, I guess it should be clear, which, well, let's hope that we do have the required tables. Well, I have to say I'm not seeing what we're needing just yet. Also no kiln or anything in sight. Oh no, there we go. Okay, so it's in the question mark section. Oh, also, research. I think we've forgotten about this for a bit now, so before we do any of that, let's do some research. In fact, we should have all the materials already accounted for in this zone to let the bots build this thing for us. Clay we don't, but clay we can maybe just do ourselves, because I'm not sure how much of any future production we will, like future building we will really need clay for. Maybe more than I'm thinking now, but in that case we can still get it set up after the fact. Now, in terms of research, I'm quite intrigued. What could be interesting to us? I have got no idea in the world. We do have apparently pretty much everything in the second tier except for basic flooring, which we don't care too much about, I would argue. Level 3. New animals for breeding. Okay. I don't think we need that quite yet. String maker could be interesting. For like more advanced clothing or something, I guess. Beehives. Brickworks. Better tree growth. Could be helping to, you know. Honestly, I mean, we're not struggling too much currently with the logs. Like, we've kind of fixed things there. Cauldron and recipes. Stone cottage. I mean, stone cottage, I guess, we'll definitely need for the future. Basic vehicles, though. I mean, I kind of really want basic vehicles. Oh, look at that. A wheelbarrow. I am sure that must help us in some way extend ours or the bot's carrying capacity. So I want transportation technology, honestly. That's quite cool. So we will need a crude, what was that? Crude wheel for the purpose. Which we've got those right here. So let's go nick one. Boop. And bring that right over there. Cool. So now, you know, we're actually using some of that colonist wealth again, which is good news. You know, that was piling up there needlessly for quite a while, so we are in fact now using that, which I think is awesome. Now, we do have that clay station ready to go, which is good news. The bots actually did what they were supposed to, so very happy to hear that, and we are, of course, perfectly standing right where we want to put the darn thing. Let me just go move that there for a second. And we'll go and slide that over there. Then we will want a kiln, which I'm going to go place the blueprint for right there. And then we only need 5 units of clay, so we can just do that ourselves very quickly, I would argue. And then, I mean, that stuff is pretty much good to go. Well, in fact, we would probably want some crates, which we can go ahead and stack up. Oh, what's that? A gnome! Glorious. Well, we don't need those just yet. I'm not sure what we will ever need them for, but, well, you know. And why do I have an extra threshing machine? I don't remember that. Maybe I accidentally, I don't know what I did there. In any case, we do still have some crates, so that's good. We will make it quite a good stack of crates, because I feel we will probably need a bunch of them. And in fact, no, this should be the thing in... Let me just double check the watery porridge recipe, but I think that is the stack of crates intended for the bowls. So yeah, 3 ingredients. Well, not in fact, crude mixing. No, that should be a crude mixing pot that we have standing right there, I think. And then we make that, right? Let's just double check that we don't need them anywhere else, but I think we don't. So we want crude bread, basically, in the end. We're making crude dough. Well, I mean the flour, yeah, sure, but we're making dough from watery porridge and flour. Okay. So yeah, that's the plan. That's what we need. So we will go ahead and pretty much just get things going, right? Let's go and grab a bot. And we'll start teaching things, setting things up, and then that should pretty much be good to go. And we're already going to be amassing these pots, which should be awesome. So, I have got a question. How much clay do we need for this? I don't have a recipe set up. Great. It was already marked green, but it was evidently not in the blueprint right here, so that's a bit of an issue. Well, great. Flibbin Areem. Okay, so it is to a bowl. I believe... Okay, so I believe that technically speaking, we should be able to tell them to take from clay storage until hands full. I think they have 6 spaces in their hands, so that should mean 6 bits, which means 3 bowls in the end. But we can just go and make them for the time being. Add to the clay station until the hands are empty, right? Find nearest clay pot and move to clay pot, blah, 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 blah. Can I say until this area is empty? Nope. So we will just have to find out. I think it is 3 times, otherwise we can still adjust it, right? We'll just say 3 times. And then you go put into that clay storage until your hands are empty. and you repeat the entire thing. I think that should be good. Let's see how much he does take. 1, 2. Oh, that'll take a second. 3, 4. Those look like 6, right? 5, 6. Yeah, so that's 3 times, and then that works out beautifully, which is awesome. Then we have the raw clay pot. Now you, of course, need to go and grab a second bot. Well, in fact, before I go grab the second bot, let me actually set up a recipe here before we forget it. Look at the gnomes! Oh my god, one of them is reading! Oh my god, that is so cute! And that one is glorious as well. Oh my god, okay. I'm really intrigued if and when and how we need those gnomes, or if we just can't, you know, start making them when we feel like just setting gnomes up all around the world randomly, you know? Could be a very favorable endeavor, you know, you never know. But okay, so we will take from the raw pot storage until hands are full. You'll just take as many as you can. You'll go and throw them at that, and you'll repeat that until your hands are empty. Oh. And we'll pause it right there, because in fact we actually need something to power this thing. I mean, it makes sense. I just hadn't assumed that would be the case. Oh, wait, we actually also need something to power that oven. Oh, my God. I was going to say I hadn't assumed it to be the case, because of course it isn't the case for that oven right there. Well, it is. So, good to know, I guess. We'll get a little bot going here. And we'll just have him, you know, power this furnace. So, you go and take from the log storage until your hands are full. Right, then you just move off to chill, say right here. Yeah? Cool. Then, find nearest crude kiln. Add to crude kiln. Until your hands are empty, because technically they can stand in the same spot, so they won't block each other. And if this thing's full, he's just gonna kind of, you know, wait and wait and wait until he can add another one, and then, you know, eventually his hands are empty, he'll return to up there. And well, so technically we don't need the move to, but anyway. So add to crude kiln until your hands are empty, and then you repeat the entire thing forever, and that's pretty much whatever you're gonna do. So we now actually have this thing powered, and now you can go and continue to teach this guy. So he's going to add to crude kiln until his hands are empty. Then he's going to find the nearest clay pots, yada yada yada, and just pick up pots until his hands are full, because of course he's taking one, he's getting one out, so 6 in, 6 out basically. Then he goes here, adds to the clay pot storage, and repeats that thing until his hands are empty, and then repeats the entire thing. Boom. Cool, good stuff. So, that's the plan right there. Well, he's in fact chilling right there, because that thing is currently empty. So at least it's keeping him off to the side for a while. But I guess it's 20 fuel per pot, and the guy's going to be through that fuel in no time. So it's quite good that we already have him sitting off here, not over there. Otherwise, he would require some time to move, most certainly. So, yeah. Does that work in time? Does he get the last one finished in time? He does. Perfect. So that works just like a charm. And now we actually need to start moving things over. So we'll start doing that. We'll start setting one bot up just to be moving these things. And, well, then we're good to go. So, did I click the crate? Yes, I did. So, take from the clay pot storage until your hands are full. Then, this thing right here. What did it just do? Ding at me. Something dings at me in the game. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be. In any case, moving on. So, you'll add to that clay pot storage until your hands are empty. And then you repeat the entire thing forever. Yep. Perfect. So, crude clay station built. Pottery. So, I mean, I guess that's what the game was pinging at me for. We did complete another bit, and we are getting a beret. Okay. Awesome. And another commemorative slab. I do wonder how much more this thing is going to be growing, to be honest, because I think there's a lot of achievements to be reaching, so it'll keep growing for a while, I can imagine. Look at that! We've boxed in a bot nearly. We do have a lot of these walls set up now, I guess, so that's quite good news. I'll go and pull them apart again, and we'll finally be able to use them to continue building our kitchen, because of course that's been what we were working on for quite a while now. The one thing that we're also still missing is door frames. What did I need to do for door frames? We will look that up in a second. I do need to remember though to not just close this entire thing in without putting in a door. So we'll try and not do that, yeah. In fact, I am considering to just say we put 2 doors in here. Right, so it's maybe even 3. Because the bots are kind of trying to access different parts, and if the bot is kind of already running over diagonally, as you can see, he's choosing this path instead of this because it's a longer one. And then, you know, maybe some bot runs over diagonally but wants to go here, so that's a more efficient path for him. And then if some bot is coming from over there, this path right here would be the most efficient. So I think it's important to leave enough paths to make sure that those bots move as efficiently as possible. That means, though, that we do need 3 door frames, in fact. And let's go ahead and have a little look at what we need for a door frame again. So, we would need to conduct some research. Level 3 research, shelter technology. Okay. I would argue that for the time being, we already have some research going, so we won't be doing that. So what we do instead is we just get 3 of these scheduled, right? And that way then, well, you know, we can make things work out for us for the time being. Well, that is when we do get all the stones, because all those walls have used up all the stones again, so, bit of an issue, right? We could be starting to pull stuff from here, but to be honest, we probably don't want to, because we do need to make sure that the tools also keep flowing to, you know, resupply the miners, to resupply the woodcutters and everything. Like, if suddenly we don't have pickaxes anymore, but also no stones to make anymore, we're going to be in a very, very precarious and annoying spot, I can tell you. So we're going to watch out with that. Oh, the sand thing. This bit is also bothering me. That's still not finished. We kind of need to do that. Then we can finally pull all this turf and all the random upgrades we don't want anymore as well. But not for the time being, because we've got more important things to do. I mean, first things first. What do we need to... Well, no, first things first, we've got one thing that we can definitely get going, right? And that would be a bot that starts powering this oven up here. You can already get that going, and then maybe slowly but surely by the time we've got some of these first bots set up, we already have the doors good to go. And we don't need to already kind of move on to the clothing and then come back to things. I mean, that's honestly a bit messy. It messes up things. You forget about some important bits, and, you know, that's never too great. So, you, my little guy, will come with me. And you will go and pick up logs from the log storage here until your hands are full. Then you will... You'll be chilling just in that corner. I think that's totally fine if you'll be sitting right there. And well, then we'll teach them to fuel the thing, and that's pretty much it. Right, and then we've got a very nicely fueled oven. So, find the nearest crude oven, move to crude oven, add to crude oven, and you'll repeat this thing until your hands are empty. And then you repeat the entirety of that. And then you get going. And now we've got that bit set up at the very least, right? Now, one of my questions would be, oh, right. Now, this actually makes sense. I was going to be like, but why is this empty? Well, you know, this thing is evidently empty because, it's the output of this. What were we looking... Wait, so we make the watery porridge, and... yeah, then we need the flour for the dough, and the... Okay, so this spot will have to move a bit, but that's kind of what it is. So every... Oh, no, wait. I've just spotted something that we have not yet set up, and it's the perfect timing to be able to set it up, because that bot just ran out of energy, so we can just now get him going. Oh my god, the fixing pegs are not full again. I really hope that we don't start having issues with that whole... bot production being too slow again, because we are really chunking out the bots right now. Currently, though, it does seem like everything's holding up quite well, so I am very, very glad about that. Now, that said, where's that little guy? There he is. So, you will go and recharge whatever bots you can find in the biggest area possible here, to be honest, because, well, there will be bots moving across this entire plane. If we don't have it all covered, it'll definitely come back to be an issue, right? So we'll just do something like that. Max size. Recharge all the bots you can find. Repeat it forever. Get going, my little guy. And now we hopefully won't have any issues with that in the near future. Until that bot runs out, at which point we'll set up another one to recharge him. But that may be a little bit. Cool. So, that said, we do have 2 out of the 3 door frames ready to go, which is awesome. I guess the other one should be good to go momentarily as well. In fact, oh yeah, no, this is the blueprint bit. Come on. Yes, cool. So, there we go. That's the last door frame, and then that little wall icon goes away. And our little kitchen here is complete for the time being, which is cool. So now we can go and get going on actually getting bots over there. And Jesus Christ, look at the amount of clay pots that we have already managed to bring over. But look at the low amounts of water. I think we probably need like another 2 bots collecting water. Like, we have had 2 bots collecting water for the longest time. These guys have been at it for like an entire episode or more, I think. And they're not even half the way to filling that thing up. Everything else is so easily filled, but the water, I think, you know, we will probably need another 2 bots once we get going here. And get going, or, get going we will. Is that even something to say? We will get going right now. So, we do have everything to start making our watery porridge. So, of course, we will go and start like that. And I should have probably already started recording so the little guy at least runs with me. Just stay all the way back. Always freaks me out when they're on the other side of the whole thing. So, you, my little guy. Wait, no, I cannot record with you just yet. I need to set up your recipe. Your recipe will be watery porridge. Your recipe will be crude dough. And your recipe will be crude bread. Cool. Wait. They can actually eat watery porridge? That seems quite weird. Oh, this is actually quite interesting, right? Oh no! Okay, that's a bit annoying, to be honest, because, well, we could have just taken our spiced berries, added a little bit of water in a clay pot, and we would have pretty much come to the same result. You know, the spiced berries that we're already making to feed our colonists. Well, maybe, you know, we will use them in the future for something, but, I guess it's a bit too late for that now. On top of that, we kind of really needed the cereal anyways to get the straw out to be able to manufacture some houses, which... oh, we should also continue on very, very soon, I think. That said, for the time being, we'll get this little guy recording, and we will tell him, Jesus Christ, that's going to be a crazy recipe, to be honest. So, you can take from cereal stores like that, that's kind of, doesn't matter if we do it like that, or with a repeat thing, you guys all know it. And you'll move to crude cooking pot and add that twice. Then, fresh water. Oh. How do we do that now? That is actually a bit annoying. Do I now... oh, by the way, I also need another bot to fuel this thing, as you can see down there in the fuel indicator. That's good to know. But I am, in fact, kind of wondering how to do this bit now. Because I guess, I mean, I suppose we could have 2 separate bots, right? We could have 2 separate bots, one of which puts the water in there. But that's going to slow things down, maybe? Maybe not. At the end of the day, we need a bot with a bucket that can take the water out and put the water in. So we could have this little guy just add all the ingredients and then pick it up. And I mean, if there's nothing to pick up, I guess he'll wait till there is something to pick up. And then we have another bot separately just always putting in the water. I suppose that'll have to be the solution. So, you'll add this to the crude cooking pot. You'll grab one of these. You'll add that. And then we just stop recording with you for a second. I'm going to come back to you in 1 minute. Because now, I guess, we need to go and grab another little guy. Oh, we can finally use up that crude bucket. I am so happy about that. What I'm not too happy about is that we will need to go and set up a guy to actually resupply buckets to that dude now, but well, you know, the complexity of this whole implementation is already so high that at this point, who cares, I guess. So, you, my little guy, will be taking, moving to freshwater storage, taking from freshwater storage. And add to crude cooking pot. Right, that was actually quite fast. I expected that to take longer, given how long they usually take to pick up water from, you know, the lake out here. But I guess given that it's already in the freshwater storage, it is a little faster. Now you'll repeat that 2 times, right? Technically, we could just say repeat forever. I mean, it's pretty much it, right? That's it. Go. I am pretty amazed about the fact that he's just doing it without having a bucket. That is actually a major issue. That is actually a major issue. You know why? Because the game doesn't seem to register that he does need the bucket as a tool in order to pick up water from the freshwater storage. So when he runs out of a bucket, he will just continue without the bucket. And we've got no way of ever giving him a bucket again with, like, any bot or whatever. That is a major issue. I do not know how to solve that right now. If you've got any ideas, please let me know down below in the comments. I mean, for the time being, he'll be able to add it like that, but still. Wait, he's just... Oh no, he's adding because, of course, the pot is now empty, but then he should stop here, right? Yeah, okay. So, I'm not quite sure how to solve that. If you've got any idea, please let me know down below in the comments. That said, then, we'll continue with this little guy, and we'll say, find the nearest watery porridge, move to, pick up, and then you just put it over here, and then you repeat the entire thing forever. So, you know, now they're kind of set up. I am, like, 100% sure, though, this little guy is going to run out of a water bucket and just continue. And at that point, we will have a major issue, because I can't keep running up here to just resupply these to him. So, we'll need to figure out some way here. If you've got an idea, please let me know down below in the comments. For today, though, we'll end it off right here with our cooking house building complete, with our first actual cooking processes running in here. And, that being despite no fuel being added to the crude cooking pot as well? I'm not entirely sure how that one's working. But, well, in any case, we will come back in the next episode to further work along on this. For today, we'll end it off right here. I hope you all very much enjoyed the episode. Of course, if you did, please make sure to go ahead and smash that like button right down below for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. With all that stuff out of the way, though, as usual, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.